Hi there, students. To perturb, a verb. Perturbed as an adjective or even perturbing. And then as a noun, a perturbation. And I guess you could have an adverb, perturbingly or perturbedly, but I don't think the adverb's very common. Okay, so to perturb means to worry somebody. So news of the president's assassination perturbed me greatly. Yeah, I was very worried about it. It perturbs me to see the increased use of drugs in this area. Yeah, I feel very perturbed by it. Yeah. He didn't seem overly perturbed by the bad news. Okay, so to perturb, to cause somebody to be worried or upset, to disquiet or to unsettle. The crowd didn't seem to perturb the horses in the slightest. Now, one of the questions I was asked about this is, what's the difference between to perturb, and to disconcert? Okay, to perturb is to worry, whereas to disconcert is to unsettle. And to perturb can have this idea of unsettle, but if you're disconcerted, you lose your train of thought. Yeah, you forget what you're going to do. You're less relaxed. You're not into your stride. It suddenly jars you, and maybe you don't know what to do next. So something could perturb you, but maybe you're not going to allow it to disconcert you. I was perturbed by the news, but I didn't let it disconcert me, and I continued what I was doing in the same way as before. I was worried about it and I was thinking about it, but I didn't lose my rhythm. I didn't lose my what I was doing. I didn't lose my stride. Okay, let's see. To perturb means to move, to change slightly. So, for example, in physics, if something or in astronomy, if a planet has an orbit and something very heavy goes past, the gravitation will perturb the orbit. It will change it very slightly to modify the motion of an object, to perturb. Yeah, the wind slightly perturbed the surface of the water. Okay, but that's, I think, much more technical. We most normally use to perturb talking about a mental process, to bother, to worry. I received some hate mail that really perturbed me. I think the person who sent it must be mentally perturbed. Okay, so to perturb, to make anxious, to confuse, and that now we're into the disconcert idea. And then to change something. So the smoke from the volcano perturbed the climate. Yeah, I think we have seriously perturbed the climate of the world. Yeah. Okay, so to perturb, to change. Okay, so yeah, there were perturbations in the climate. There are changes. Yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. You can use perturb to mean to throw into disorder as well. Let me find an example of that. Yeah, the crowd became very perturbed when the opposition scored a goal. The revolutionaries' intention was to perturb the social order. Yeah, he made speeches trying to perturb what is normal among people. Yes, to perturb. So to perturb, to agitate, to alarm, to bother, to concern, to dismay. Yes, to disturb, maybe to frazzle as well. Okay, to make unsettle, to disquiet, and maybe even to fluster. And when perturb becomes fluster, then it's also disconcert. He got some news during the speech and he became perturbed, and the quality of his speech changed. Here we have perturb and disconcert with the same meaning. But perturb doesn't necessarily mean that. It can do, though. Why can we never measure anything absolutely? Because the measurement of the system perturbs the system. It changes it slightly. Okay, so to perturb, to worry. So how formal is to perturb? I think I'd give it a 6 in formality. I think you could just about use it in an informal conversation. It's better in something semi-formal or very formal. To perturb is a regular verb. The news perturbed me. I was perturbed by the news. And then the origin is from Latin, again through French. The Latin is perturbare, per, through, and turbare, to confuse, to disturb. Look at that word turbid. It's clearly, turbid is something that you can't see through. It's not very clear. It's in confusion. It's in disarray and disorder. So something that perturbs you throws you into disorder. It, disconcerts the mind. So there you go, to perturb. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Perturb.